أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم به أستعين في جميع الأمور رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Blessed greetings of 2/2/22 from SAMS TQLMA Club to global residents of our planet.
No problem.
Okay, so welcome to this 2/2/22, our initial meeting to discuss how we can utilize, your site in UK. So the floor is yours. Please, introduce yourself. Go ahead, Anusam.
But your voice was cracking. I could not hear anything.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, now it's very much clear.
Wonderful. So I think the floor is yours, and let's introduce your group and yourself, and describe the property you have and how we can work together.
Thank you. Actually, we have. I'm Anand Chaudhary from India originally, law graduate from India and settled in UK for last 20 years.
Wonderful.
And we are a group of consultants or NRIs from different parts of the world, and now again sitting different countries. And now we were into gold mining sector in Tanzania. We had developed and sold 32 gold mines in Tanzania to the prospective gold miners.
Wonderful.
And then we arranged 10,000 acres of land in Morocco. And then a little bit we developed and then sell it to the prospective farmers. And next our project was biogas to CNG. 57 plants has been installed in India. Out of those, 18 plants under operation and maintenance under our group. So these are the few things what we have done. And recently we have done one finance project from the Sheikh of Abu Dhabi, Mr. Ghadiali, is a Zulfikar Ghadiali, who is the right-hand man of the Abu Dhabi Sheikh. And through him, we have arranged $140 million of funds for the hospital project in South Africa. It is almost on the final. It is almost on the final stage.
Wonderful.
Hopefully, within 15 days or 20 days, all the results will come. Then we will be able to share with you happily about our achievement. This is the new thing which we have started. And now we are meeting today for this property in UK, which belongs to our friend. And it has got good potential for development, and one can, if you are interested, your group is interested to buy it and then develop it. You must have seen all the details what I sent to you.
Yes, I've received the details, and I believe it is a property which we can transform into the SAMS Energime Aligarh Muslim University climate smart campus town. Basically 16-acre is a very similar kind of real estate which we have available in Mumbai for the SBUT project basically. So what we are doing is a 4,000 crore project, which is already being, in the phases of completion. And the first 2 towers has been, handed over to the residents. So I thought that I think the site is also 16-acre in UK. So if we can duplicate this model of say 12 Al Saadah towers, and then in the center of 4 acre, we set up our research and development and R&D and all other facilities, you know, which we want to do. Now, all the projects which you have mentioned, okay, you need human asset to execute those projects. Okay, and you want to really execute those projects in a under budget and of a highest quality. So our quality standard is climate smart standard. And, you know, so that is something which we have developed. We have got the best professors, inventors, innovators, you know, available in the world working with us. Okay, so now we are in this business of really enabling 2 billion mothers, okay, and we are actually educating them. We are providing them from preschool to PhD kind of education, and so that they can comfortably maintain their family. You know, we need in this today's environment, we need a second bread earner. You know, the family should not be relying only on, fathers, basically. So the mother should play that role and make the family very comfortable, because mother can play the central role, you know, remain in home, in the community, teach the children in the farm school, which we are building, you know, and then, you know, so a lot of those activities, you know, can happen within that community, and that will generate the extra income for every family. So that is the project which we were fortunate to develop in this COVID-19, lockdown era, because it gives us a lot of room for thinking, you know, what to do, how to solve this problem, you know. So we have really found a solution. Now to your Abu Dhabi project in South Africa, we are working very, very closely in South Africa also. And you know the benchmark hospital in Mumbai, which is Safi Hospital, Mumbai. Okay. And that is something which we would like to build in every campus town, because the benchmark facility, you know, already built. So, you know, the same team, the same stuff, same duplication will happen. So what we want to do is, there are a couple of landmarks in Mumbai now. One is this Safi Hospital, Mumbai. The other one is this SBUT project, you know, in Al Saadah Towers. Okay. And so we would like to simply duplicate that Mumbai model everywhere in the world, because it has been done already, you know, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. So now I believe that all the projects which you've identified, gold mines, copper mines, you know, all the mining sector which you talked about, you know, we are interested in transforming those mines also into our climate smart campus towns, enhance the capacity of the mines, and purchase all the gold which is available. Because, you know, what we have is, we have got one single buyer of the gold. Any quantity of gold which we can supply him, is interested in, you know, acquiring it. And our group is engaged in supplying bullion, to the central banks. So we are talking about quantities like 200 metric tons per tranche. You know, so those are the kind of quantities we are talking about. And, so all the quantity of gold which is available out everywhere in the world, I've got one buyer who's interested in purchasing it. And why is interested in purchasing it? Because everybody is looking at now an alternative, currency, and everybody is going towards the digital currency, right? So now this particular buyer is interested in, developing a 100% gold-backed currency. Okay, so it's gold. It's no, so all the paper, which is out there in all different format, whether it's UK pound or euros or dollars, the life of that paper currency is very, very short now. So most of these paper currencies will go into this, different format, which is being experimented by all governments of the world now. And, some are taking the lead in terms of recognizing digital currency. And, so our currency is a very straightforward currency. It's 100% gold. We have developed this pure gold coin, which is my invention, to really manage $7 trillion a year of this climate smart food business, because you cannot really manage this kind of business with paper currency because of the inflation and because of, instability. So we have, developed that system.
Although we were buying the gold mines and developing and selling it to the prospective buyers.
Wonderful.
But we never dealt in gold trading.
Wonderful. So I'm interested. I'm interested in the mines. I'm interested in the mines, and all the miners, since you have talked about, you have sold, acquired, developed, and sold. So in that case, I am the buyer of all the gold mines you have available in the world.
Then the one best option is coming up in India, in Bihar.
Bihar is, I think Rajiv Bhai mentioned that, and I believe that Bihar opportunity is fantastic. And
fantastic. Are you interested in Bihar?
Definitely, I'm interested in acquiring, those mining sites in Bihar. And the idea is pretty simple, that we will be converting those mining sites. Like currently, I'm working with, really, I've got different sites available. Some in Gujarat. I've got 700 acres in Jamnagar, next to Reliance. And then a lot of sites are available in the run of Kutch. So what we are doing is we are transforming these sites into a diplomatic enclave of the state of SC and RFP. Okay, so what will happen is that, that foreign direct investment, which generally every country is attracting, will be comfortably coming because it will become independent of government policies. Because, if you're operating in a diplomatic enclave, then, the jurisdiction of the government is not there. And we are bringing in as much investment as, as the projects are there. So if the viable projects are there, the investment will come in very comfortably.
You are right. And even repatriation of your money is also easy to
easy. Definitely. And I think the beautiful part would be that the money earned in a country will remain in the country. You don't have to really take the money out, because, you are making more money, with your money in your homeland. So there is no point in, getting that money out of the country. So it doesn't make any sense that way. So we will stop that, that situation also. And I am interested, since I'm talking about a global project, that means that, all the foreign direct investment anybody requires, each country will have that. The country has to come up with the viable projects. If the viable projects are there in any country, we will go in and we will build these campus towns, and, the economic vibrancy will start coming into that country.
Okay, good. Let us see where we can join hands together for the mutual benefit.
I think we are synergy. Anand Bhai is there.
Although you are dedicated for the social service and the country's level, you are talking and you are doing things. But we are in that way, we are very small consultants. But yes, whatever we can do, we'll be happy to do that.
Well, I think a family, we are actually part of the same family, I'm also a consultant, okay? But then I found out that, consultants never get paid, and specifically in Pakistan. I don't know about India, probably India.
We have to earn our own capabilities. Correct? And we have to burn.
So now I have worn a different cap, because that was happening with me, and I don't sort of, if somebody doesn't pay, I said, okay, no problem, man, you enjoy, and, I will move forward.
Size of the area, land or building you are looking for in UK, if you can give me some idea, I can find out.
What we are looking at is this, okay? The 1 acre site is a minimum required, okay? To do the Al Saadah type of a project. Okay, so all the farms, any site which has got 1+ acre, we are definitely interested in building this Al Saadah community over there.
You need the land with planning permission, or later on planning permission we will do later on, like this property what I have shown you. But these possibilities are there. We can make a hotel, luxury hotel and lodges, and or we can make the residential flats there, or we can use so many ways this property.
Now, but what I've looked at all of it. What I want to do is this, okay? If we can, all these options which are available out there, none of these options offers preschool to PhD education, okay? So if you are getting preschool to PhD education, you are providing that education to global students, because, UK is a country where I think you will get the population in UK is from every country. I believe it's like a United Nations kind of stuff, So everybody would benefit, we can get the international students enrolled into our program, and we transform those, professional students into this climate smart entrepreneur and future leaders, because we need those leaders, to run the planet in the future. So that is the benefit, and the return on investment with which the owner is looking for. We will give them better return on investment, and then at the same time, this benefit will also come in. So that's our plan. And I think we have signed joint venture agreements, like we have signed a joint venture agreement with a 1,500 square kilometer diamond mine owner in South Africa, okay, in Angola, basically. And so, they are giving us the site. We are actually putting in the funds to develop the site, by making this climate smart campus town. So that is, and the return on investment, which any owner of the property, can never imagine the kind of return they can get. But we are offering them that return, So
regarding mines, I can understand, but it's under the joint venture. But regarding the property in UK, you want to buy it, then to develop it, or you want the developed property and you want some joint venture with the property owners? What is your target?
Ideal actually, Energime University's philosophy is this, that actually the owner of the property would never like to sell the property if the conditions were normal, right? Every property owner likes to, keep their property. But then, and they know about the property, not just know about the property, but they love the property. So the philosophy of Energime University is this, that, okay, whatever is the value of the property, we, give them that much equity in the whole project. And the return on investment will be more than the expectation of the owner of the property. So that way, the owner of the property works with us, remains with us. The wisdom and experience of the property owner remains with us, which is very, very important. So we, do that. And then, that is the reason we are looking for joint venture agreement. Even, I can purchase any property, any viable property which is out there in the world. Okay. But we prefer not to purchase it because the issues are there, because people believe that these people are coming in, they are acquiring our properties, and they are making us, go away. They are making us slaves, basically. So all the issues with related to acquisition of properties, which is happening, and the people face different issues. Like I give you an example, okay? In Pakistan, there was a huge, it's a company by the name of Day Fresh. Okay, so they wanted to build this, the textile people wanted to come into food, and then they acquired these huge sums of property, and they established this facility, but the property owners were not very happy that these people came in, they drove us out of the property, and they were continuously having problems. Different kind of activities were happening which were not really very comfortable. So that based on all those experiences, as a consultant, which I have gone through, so I believe that, we should be really, resolving that issue by making the property owner always a co-owner. So his stakes is always there. And he is giving his 100% wisdom and experience to us rather than fighting with the new property owner.
That's right. That's right. But
That's what we want to do.
I will keep it in my mind. If I can find someone who is interested for the joint venture, that's fine. And regarding the full-fledged 100% sale purpose, I have got few more properties.
We can look into all of it because, we have got the funds available to purchase the properties if the joint venture is not possible, So, and the idea is this, okay? And that is what I've discussed with Rajiv Bhai also. There are certain types of properties which had to be sold, because it's a family unit and there are conflicts among the different owners and stuff like that. And that is the reason they are selling it. So in that case, any viable and a good property can always be sold to a new owner. Okay.
Yes.
Anybody can become a new owner. And I think properties are always considered to be the very safe investment. Okay.
That's right. You're right. But mining area, your approach is 100% right. Joint venture is always good with the local people. That's fine. But regarding the residential or commercial properties in UK, I think it is very difficult for me to find the people who are interested for the joint venture.
No issues.
But for ready to sale,
I think what we will do is, I'll give you the strategy, Anand Bhai. What we'll do is this, okay? Yes. I have got a group of people, I work with all entrepreneurs and, in our community also, basically, people love to buy properties because they consider property as a very safe investment. Okay. Right. So what we do is there are two ways or two transactions which will happen. Okay. What we do is we outrightly, as a consultant, sell the property to the new owner. Okay. We show them the property and we sell it to the new owner. Okay. And now the new owner will be the one whom we will be doing the JV with.
Joint venture with your other
the new owner. So that way we keep this two transactions very separate. Okay.
Yes. In that case, the best possible location and best possible property which is available in the market. That is 127 rooms, big building.
Okay.
With ground and with all the amenities for the college structure.
Okay.
And this was the initially a training school for the HMRC. UK government HMRC department. They used to train them there.
Okay.
Now they built another property. They want to sell it.
Okay.
And property is coming on a very reasonable price.
Okay.
If anyone is interested to buy this property and use for joint venture with your other group, I think this will be the best possible thing.
Let's look at all the properties you have now. Okay, this particular one, 16 acres, which we are looking into now. Okay, let's look into that also. And then what we do is now, the bottom line is this, that we actually negotiate the bottom line price, okay, with the owner, with the seller. And then with that bottom line price, we offer that property to the new owners, whoever is interested. Our group can buy it, and a lot of individual millionaires, because a lot of these millionaires are my clients, which I sell the bullion to them. So they are capable of purchasing these properties, and obviously they will invest in any viable properties, and they know the kind of return on investment I can offer them when I transform that property into something like climate smart campus town or Saadah kind of properties. Okay, so I think that way we should do it. So this particular one, as well as all the other, this one you just mentioned, training school. So identify these sites, and then we move forward and start doing the transactions. Two transactions will happen basically.
And if anyone within your group is interested to invest in UK in property line, we can give them the best possible offer like this. There is one hotel in East London with 80 80
Okay.
rooms.
Okay.
It's
Fine.
market their asking price is 4.5 million pounds.
Okay.
But hopefully it can come up to 3.5. Internally
Fine.
reports are there.
Fine.
And once
Fine.
we will get the permission for 120, this is 80 rooms hotel only.
Okay.
And 110 flats can be made there. And
Okay.
if once we will get the planning permission with the expenses of £500,000 pound,
Okay.
then this property as it is will be more than 8 million.
Wonderful.
And if the party is in a position to build those 110 flats,
Okay.
then again he will have to invest 3.5 million.
Okay.
Then its cost will be more than 15 million. 100% profit can be earned. Like this type of properties are there.
Wonderful.
But in that case, what is the cut and what is the formula for the consultants in this game?
Well,
As
again,
you
I
said
think
before,
whatever is a normal consultation, charges, we charge. Because, we are serving as a consultant, okay? And, as a consultant, we make our that's what our kitchen expense is all about. So we will make the money as a consultant, and then we provide the benchmark kind of service as a consultant to both the owners and, buyers and sellers, basically. Okay. And that way, I think, so we can do two separate things. One is we work together and, close these deals on whatever viable properties which are available. Okay. And we would like to basically look into, one of the things which I'm looking for my project is ghost properties. Okay. Like if anybody knows that, okay, a ghost lives in certain area, no matter how posh that area is, the value of that land, is nothing because the ghost lives there, right? And so, those are the kind of properties which are a burden on the people, burden on the government, and completely unpopulatable. We are also interested in those properties because, we can really go in, transform that property into something useful.
The distressed property.
The distressed properties, yes. Exactly.
Yes. So it's okay, but how your group and our group as a consultant will be able to, what we can get if suppose I will start spending time on these projects.
Correct.
And I will find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 10 or 100 properties.
Fine.
Out of those, deal will click for 1 or 2, no problem.
Wonderful.
We will get on percentage or lump sum, or what is the formula?
I think the formula, what we can do is we can do a JV agreement between our two companies, basically. Okay. That is very, very doable as a fellow consultants. And then, we delight the buyers and sellers and whatever we make at the end of the day. My formula is, delight our investors and delight our, SAMS TQLMA Club members. So I give them 72% of the profits, okay, whatever we make. And then as a consultant, we have 28% left. So I dedicate 7% of that for education. And then 21% is being, distributed between, like you and me. We serve as a consultant together.
No, but that is for the long-term projects, and for the joint venture, other things you can plan that way. Let us talk about the property I sent you. He's asking for the 3.4 million pounds.
Okay.
And I know internally he will not go less than 3 million pounds.
Okay.
And you have the buyer for this property.
Yeah.
Then in that case, how much we can get from the buyer?
Well, I mean, we have to just look at the norms, okay? From the buyer and the seller, whatever we get, okay, we will get it, right? The seller is going to give us some facilitation fees. The buyer is going to give us a facilitation fee. So we combine that facilitation fee and we split. I think that's an arrangement I have with Rajiv Bhai also. So, I mean, that is what we can do as a consultant. Very simple.
Okay. And that is around 2% is possible?
Whatever, yeah. Whatever is a norm. I mean, if others are charging 2%, we can say, okay, since the project is for education and stuff like that, we will give a benchmark service at a lower cost. Then we can agree on, the percentages with the buyer and seller both. and it will become a sort of an agreement, part of the agreement.
Okay, that's fine. We can, I will talk to a few other good project owners.
Okay.
If anybody is interested for joint venture, I'll come back to you.
Wonderful.
And if there are any other properties from where we can get something from the seller,
okay,
then that also I will introduce to you. Because if seller is not going to give us anything, and buyer, I don't know how much they are going to pay.
Okay.
Then it's a wastage of time.
No. We are not wasting our time at all, because I know that if the seller should give us something, definitely, because we are helping him sell the property, and or I would say like this, okay? I will say like this. For instance, 3 million pound we are talking about, right? Now we go to the seller and we negotiate it down to say 2.53 or 2.72 or whatever. By telling him or telling the owner that, okay, the purpose of this property is not commercial, it's an educational institute. Would you be willing to, give us at this price? He might be ready to do it. I mean, everybody has a good heart. Okay. So it will, if it happens, then the difference is ours. Okay. What I'm saying is this. For instance, I will estimate today and I will allocate that this is a 3 million pound property. Okay. So the buyer will be ready to pay us 3 million pound, right? And suppose now for our sake, we say, okay, if we have negotiated it down to say 2.72 or whatever, the difference becomes our money. Then the buyer and seller doesn't have to worry about paying it.
In my experience, no person on this earth is going to give us the difference.
Ultimately, I'm talking about that myself.
No, but the thing is,
for instance, okay, let me give you an example. If you as a consultant, go and talk to the owner of this property and say, okay, we have this meeting, we can share the recording of this meeting also with them and tell them, okay, we are doing this good cause. For this good cause, how much are you going to sell the property for? And he will give a price, right? 3 million he is agreeing on, right?
That's right.
And he will give you a price, okay? So what I'm simply saying is this, that, okay, I've allocated 3 million pounds, all right? But now for our sake, whatever is the difference, which we have negotiated it down, and very crystal clear, the buyer knows that, we have negotiated the price from 3 million to say 2.7 to 2 million pounds. So then, now this is between buyer and ourselves. So the balance of it, we are not charging anything from the buyer or the seller, and this difference is our facilitation charges. Agreement. This is an agreement which will happen transparently. We are not hiding anything.
Because I have already bargained with him. I have already discussed with him. Okay. And he's my friend. He's my
wonderful.
Friend.
Wonderful.
I know at any cost, he is not going down the $3 million, 3 million pounds at any cost.
Fine. No problem.
After that, he promised me to pay me only 0.5%.
Good.
And he is not going to pay even 0.6.
Fine.
This is his own way of.
That is fine.
His own way of thinking.
Wonderful. But so now say, okay, we are getting 0.5%. Okay. And we are now selling this property for this particular purpose to a new owner, whoever is that owner. Okay. And we have what number of owners out there who will buy the property, right? So that's fine. We conclude this, okay, that we do this transaction for 3 million, 0.5% is what we are making as a facilitation, silsila, and then the three of us, okay, you, me, and Rajiv Bhai will split that 0.5%. That's it.
0.5.
Start with that.
But what will happen from the buyer side?
This is what I'm saying. For the buyer, let's assume now that I am giving this, I'll give an example, okay? I am giving this property to SBUT, okay? Whom? Safi Burhani Upliftment Trust, who is doing a 4,000 crore project in Mumbai. So it's a trust, right? So I'm giving the property to the trust. So now, I mean, I don't ask the trust to pay us, I mean, that's a good cause we are doing, correct? So this is, I'm actually naming the stuff also that, we will be selling it to a trust. Okay.
That is your expertise. And that is your own way of giving to the trust or the society or anyway.
Right.
But the thing is, I am happy with 0.5% from the seller side.
Good.
Whatever, if you will earn from the buyer side, that is yours.
Okay, now what we'll do is this. What we'll do is this.
You have to consider Mr. Rajiv Puri.
Anand bhai, let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. 0.5, we are getting it from the seller. 0.5, yes. I'm going to get it from the buyer.
Okay.
Done. So we have got 1%. All right. 1%, yes. And there are 3 stakeholders engaged. You, me, and Rajiv bhai. That's it. Okay. Split between 3 of us.
That's okay. That is possible.
That's viable, right? Let's do it. Let's close the deal. Let's move forward.
So, how to go ahead for this deal? You advise me. Is it okay for the next Zoom meeting with this the owner of this property?
Well, and, I mean, I don't. I think this Zoom meeting recording can be shared with the owner. Okay, we will share it with the owner. You finalize the contract, etc. Whatever needs to do. The payment terms and etc. Whatever needs to be worked out, and then based on that contract, we execute the contract. I mean, we are ready. Okay. I will. You don't want to see the property. You don't want to. How you are going to judge whether it is 3.4 or not? Market value. No. What I will do is this. I have got an engineer, in London. Okay. Okay. And he's my, sort of fellow engineer. Lives in London. I am also part of his company, and I've shared the details of the property with him. Okay. Okay. And then he gave me data and an information that Mufaddal, please think twice before buying this property, because there is a prison next to it. Okay. And, so we have to look at the security and all the other aspects of it. Okay. So I said, that's fine. I mean, there is no issue. I mean, definitely we will look into it, and we will make sure that whatever we are building over there will be safe and secure. And that is our look after. So he said, well, these are the data I have. So he is ready, and maybe he can physically come see, and he will be signing the contract also, on behalf of our group of companies. Okay. And the company belongs to the Indian company, Pakistani company, or UK? It's a UK. Company? It's a UK company. It's a UK company. It is UK-based company, and funds are also available in UK or coming. Funds will be available. Funds will be available in UK. Yeah. In UK. Okay, that's fine. So it's a completely UK operation, I will talk to the owner, and then we can plan further how we can go ahead. Wonderful. And so I think that way we have agreed on now, in a way, the whole mechanism of doing the transactions of all other properties besides this one, which is available out in the market. Yes, I will try my best, but the thing is, this property belongs to my friend, but all property does not belong to my friends only. Correct. Some properties are available in the market, but I know that those properties, and because I am trying to buy that property for Indian Lucknow-based university. Okay. And Manipur-based university for them. Okay. They are planning to come over. Okay. But the thing is that they are ready to give me the mandate for 2%. Okay. To help them to find the best possible property in UK. Wonderful. And, but I know I can't get anything from the seller in that case, because this property belongs to the government of UK, and then it has already given to some exclusive rights to one seller, to the property agent. Okay. We are not going to get anything from him. Okay. So ultimately, we are relying on the buyer side. Fine, no problem. If we give some good thing to the buyer should be happy to share something with us. No, I think what we agree on that also, this is what I'm saying. We are the buyer, our group is the buyer, right? So we agree on that also, that fine, we are assuming that we are not going to get anything from the seller side. In this particular instance, we are getting 0.5, and I am my buyer, will be paying 0.5. So we are making 1% from this property, the 16-acre property. But other properties, we can also, I can apply the same formula there also. If nothing, I'm assuming that we are not going to get anything from the seller side. So from the buyer side, it will be, that 1% I will keep, and that will be ours.
At least 1%, and that will be distributed
among us, among three of us.
Oh, that's fine. I will try my best to share this thing, and then we will plan accordingly. And regarding the gold mines in Bihar, some internal preparations are going on for the tender and everything. And
Okay.
if you can give me some profile of company to Chief Secretary, I can talk to the Mining Minister, I can talk to the Chief Minister of Bihar, and then your companies, as per your instructions, those details, what they are making,
Okay.
Automatically our company profile will be adjusted somewhere.
Correct.
So that when tender will come, it will be easy for you to participate, and it will be easy for us to help you on each and every stage.
Correct. I think all the information is with Mr. Puri. Rajiv Puri has it. And, anything additional which is needed, we will look into that. And then an Indian company, basically, I mean, it's our choice. We can use a UK company also, because the foreign direct investment is coming from UK into India to work on this Bihar project. Okay, so our UK company can also work on it. Or we can say, okay, our company in India,
UK company is also into mining sector?
Yeah. I mean, my group, it's my group company.
Okay, then I think UK company will be more, will have more weightage on Indian government.
Exactly. So I have a company in USA. Okay. So if we want to use a USA company structure, we can use that. But let's work on UK company, because, we have a company in UK.
Yes. So let us see if you can, and Rajiv has got the profile of your UK company also.
Yeah, exactly. It has, and I think you will be meeting, I will share this recording with Engineer Sabur also. And, then you guys can work on this particular, property and close the transaction and everything. And then, once that is done, we move forward to the new one.
Okay.
Into the Bihar project, basically.
Will you be able to share this video to me also?
No, it will be shared, obviously.
Okay.
I will share it with you, and then I will share it with Rajiv Bhai also, and then to Engineer Sabur, who will also be, working with you on closing this particular, transaction.
That's fine. Good. And
so wonderful. Pleasure talking to you. I think it was a very productive meeting.
Regarding the projects you have done in Bombay, that also, can you give me a synopsis of those projects so that I can understand a little bit more about your group, and then to discuss with my group?
Sure thing. What we will do is you look into my profile. I have got today I've shared the WhatsApp, link. One was a video I made, and the other one has a profile. So go to the profile, go to the different links, and that will give you the whole idea about what our company is doing and what we are planning to do.
That's fine. Thank you very much for your time, and it's really nice talking to you. And
pleasure talking to you. And let's now actually solve all the problems which we are facing. In India specifically, huge problems are there because of the COVID issues, and because of poverty, and because of the number of things happening. Okay, so we want to now really go in and make sure that everyone is delighted, and we are, that's the reason we are working with professors, teachers, and mothers, so that they are enabled, and then they can, work with us to delight everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anand Bhai, and pleasure meeting you, talking to you. And we move forward with agility. I think we'll close this deal as soon as possible. So we start with the execution.
Okay, it's all right.
Okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.